as you begin to settle in, make sure you find yourself a position that you can kind of remain in without really thinking about it for, 25 minutes to half an hour. And it'll feel supporting of your body. I'm actually going to readjust myself too, so that I, listen to my own instructions. And let's take a few deep breaths to connect ourselves all up to the same intention this morning of starting our week with a sense of gratitude for the opportunity to live another week, to participate in this world. I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in through your nose. You can count maybe 5 seconds and then hold it for 3, and then blow back out for another 5. And take another one, and this time as you breathe in, imagine the oxygen spreading throughout your body to all the extremities. And with it, an energy that brings you connection between your mind, your soul, that ineffable energy that moves within you, and your body, the container that holds everything together. These 3 aspects are actually intertwined in such a way that they can't fully be detached from each other. As we sense that interconnectedness that creates the union of all of these aspects, these 3 pieces that are truly one, that make up you, me, each individual, and the breath that connects us to the greater world around us, reminding us that we don't stand on our own, that we rely upon the world around us, the air that we breathe, the people and creatures that we love, to also sustain us. And that miraculous mode of being that is all things intertwined, something that we can be grateful for in this moment, for the opportunity to continue experiencing it. And if you'd like, you can repeat the ancient words, Modeh ani lifanecha Adonai. I recognize with gratitude before you all that has been, is, and will be. As we settle into this presence and gratitude in our bodies, in our breath, in our minds, in our spirit, I invite you to, if your eyes are not open, open your eyes and look outside. If you can see the sunlight, now that the sun is fully risen, that powers all things, brings energy to the plants, to us, that allows us to see the world and each other. The incredible miracle of light traveling through an endless void, the distance from us to the sun seemingly impassable. Yet each moment, light reaches us across the void of space. A miracle providing life on this planet, life in our bodies. And the wisdom of our Torah teaches us that there's a greater force behind it. That it is not just a random occurrence of exploding gas in space giving off radiation, but all is intertwined, just as our souls, our minds, and our bodies are intertwined, and we believe we can see separation. That separation is an illusion. So too is it true with the sun, the moon, the stars, our planet, all deeply intertwined and interlinked in this miraculous web of life. Chei ha'olamim, life of all worlds. And our tradition also teaches us the greatest gift of grace we are given as humans is the ability to recognize this grace, the ability to acknowledge and presence gratitude because we can learn from it. We can maintain the knowledge that we gain and reflect it back, acknowledging the ever-present miracles of life and existence. And that capacity for acknowledging and for learning is itself the greatest act of love that Chei Ha'olamim, the life of all worlds, has granted us. As we envision whatever Chei Ha'olamim, life of all worlds, may look like to us, I'll prescribe you no image. Allow you and your mind to create its own version of this interlinking, interweaving, incredibly awesome force behind all things, within all things, around all things. I invite you to allow yourself to melt into that image as well, as you too are a part of that greater all. The boundaries of our skin, our conceptions of self, of body, can melt away into this greater vision of an interconnected whole of life. We can presence the arbitrariness of the divisions we find from our body to the air around us, to the seats we sit on. That in fact, from the right perspective, all is one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And as we sink in to that oneness, we also recognize that although it may be a lesser reality, the experience of being an individual, of having boundaries, of being able to influence the world from our own particular unique perspective and interact and engage with it itself is a blessing and a gift and a miracle. It's the whole of the reality we engage in. That we, as our limited selves, have a miraculous ability to see ourselves as transcendent, as above and beyond the ever-flowing, interweaving life that connects all things and able to influence it in our own way. And this is the gift of being human. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. When we recognize our individuality as a gift, when we can feel the barrier between ourselves and the world as really a medium through which to engage ourselves and the world, we can engage it with love. We can remember that we are irrevocably connected to all things while still separate and through this great mystery. And that our challenge is to remember both at the same time, and therefore love the world around us as if it were us, and love us, love ourselves as a part of the world around us. And I invite you to take a moment with your eyes closed, another deep breath. Think about how in your day you can embody this love, who you can reach out to, what you can treat with a greater kindness, greater compassion, remembering that we are all reflective aspects of the same reality. And so when we treat ourselves with this love and kindness, and we treat the other with this love and kindness, we're contributing to the same pool of love that is our destiny and our goal in this world. And that the truth that we hold on to as a people is that this pool of love, this ineffable, interconnected reality is constant, is real in a way that we almost cannot conceive. And that in this love that underlies all things, that connects us all as people, that connects us to all things in the world, in the universe, we often refer to as God. Miracles are able to happen. Miracles are constantly happening. Just as we began thinking about the miracle of light making it across the great void of space to reach us, so too can we make it across the great voids before us in our lives, surviving, reviving at the other side, experiencing life and freedom anew. Each time we cross those voids that seem impenetrable, each time we feel we are up against a wall that is unshakable, the world can shift, can change in ways completely unexpected. Because the underlying truth of nature is not one of basic consistency, but one of love. And that love protects us, and we protect it by presencing it and bringing it into our days. And with a new deep breath, I invite you to imagine that well of love coming up through your floor, into your feet, up through your whole body, filling you, filling your lungs and your throat, up through your mouth. And that words of love, words of peace, of unity begin filling your mind. And these words belong to you, but they also belong to everyone. They come to you from your ancestors, from those who have passed on and are now existing in an elevated place, wishing you well, wishing us all well, looking on from beyond, influencing us from within, bringing us the grace and love that we were promised by our covenant with God, reviving themselves within us in this love that we fill ourselves with and that we share with others. Never truly gone, always living on within us, within our actions, and in that place beyond our ken, that place of holiness that is neither above nor below, but simply other. And as you link in to this field of divine ancestral love that exists parallel to us, that echoes the feelings of Chei HaOlamim throughout the world, allow your imagination to take you to those who want to share their love with you. Allow your mind to be filled with images that connect you to your past, to the transcendent moments of history, of now, that transcendent love of Chei HaOlamim, life of all the worlds. And see what prayers you can bring back for yourself, for us, to bring into your life today. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be accessible before you, Adonai, our rock and our Redeemer. Take a few more moments of deep breath. Recentering yourself in your body, maybe very gently rolling your head and your neck. Very gently stretching out your legs and rolling your ankles. Doing the same with your arms, reaching them out. Very, very gentle. Don't push beyond a point of comfort. Just allowing yourself to feel yourself back here on this plane in this body. Boker Tov, good morning. Shavua Tov, good week.